Hello, how's everyone doing? Good, I hope. I'm here to talk to you today about the brand new addition to Christian Dior's Poison line, Poison Girl it's called. It came out in January this year. It's not actually out in England just yet for all of you UK guys, but I've been told it's coming out on the 16th of March, which is some days away, 5 days away. I don't even know what date it is today. I barely know my own name. So yeah, I actually got requested to do this quite a few times, and it's not like me to do a brand new fragrance on the market. I do whatever I want really, but yeah, so here I am, I'm doing it, and I'm glad to be doing it actually, because I'm a fan of Christian Dior perfumes. I'm a fan of the Poison line in particular. It's very iconic, each one is so incredibly different, and this one's no exception. It is very different. So let's just have a quick chat about the fact that they've released this fragrance. It was really interesting to see the fragrance community's reaction when this got announced. There was a little bit of uproar. There were a few people that were obviously very happy, and ultimately it caused a bit of controversy, only because Christian Dior have done things like discontinue Midnight Poison, which is the blue one, which is a massive favourite among a lot of people, myself included. I have it and I think it's amazing. And I think a lot of people, from what I've read, have just thought that this might have been a bit of a cop-out to release a pink, pretty fragrance. Is it a bad move? No, I actually think it's really smart. That's just my opinion on it. Am I annoyed they discontinued Midnight Poison? Yes. Do I think this is a mistake? No. I think it's very clever. I think it's going to appeal to a lot of people. The ingredients, the way it smells, it's going to appeal to most people's noses. It's a very pleasant smelling fragrance. It's nothing like any of the others though. So anyway, now that's out of the way, let's talk about the fragrance. So this came out this year, it's brand new. Yeah, I am mixed emotions about it, but I'll talk about that in a little while. So let's go through the notes with you, as I always do. Follow my little format that I love. The top note is, there's only one, it is bitter orange. The heart notes are two types of roses. You have damask or Damascus rose, and then you have May rose, or it's sometimes known as Rose de Mai. There's a place in the south of France which I visited 2 years ago. It's the home of perfumery. It's called Glass. They own the rights to that rose. You can only get it from Glass. I have the essential oil of it. It's a very powerful rose. Damask rose is more on the softer side. Tonka Bean, Venezuelan Tonka Bean. I'm not sure of the difference between that and any other Tonka Beans, but I know what Tonka Bean smells like. It kind of smells like almonds. Well, actually it smells a lot like almonds. It's a more vanillic kind of almond. Then you have sandalwood from Sri Lanka, which would normally add a bit of sensuality and woodiness to a fragrance. Then you have tolu balm. That is a very interesting note. That gives a balmy, obviously, kind of odour to a fragrance, but it makes things smell a little bit waxy, I think, usually. Then you have almond as well as tonka, which really does smell like almonds. And then vanilla, the people pleaser. So, yeah, what does this smell like? I managed to get myself, look, it's really cute actually. I haven't got the bottle, I'm not going to buy this, I will never buy this fragrance, but yeah, it's pretty, it's pink. So what does it smell like? Let's spray it on my hand. I've sprayed it a few times, I've let it dry down a few times. Let's get a good spray on there. Let me just get rid of this. So, Poison Girl. So in the opening you get a flash of that orange. It's very, very subtle though, it's hardly even there at all. It's only when I really do this that I can smell the orange. It's literally just an accent of orange in there. This fragrance already is trying to get to where it wants to go, and you are immediately going into what it's going to smell like straight away. There's no hidden surprises anywhere. It's a flash of orange, and then you're immediately hit with a pink, fluffy smell that is very familiar in a lot of fragrances. I've smelled it many, many times before, so no surprises here, unfortunately. So the orange is immediately softened by lots of other more powerful notes. The almond, the vanilla, the tonka. They are washing over this, they're smoothing over that, what would probably be quite a nice citrus burst in the opening, but they're already bringing their character through, and they are the more heavy notes in this. It's an almond vanilla kind of blend, with pink prettiness all around it. It has a gourmand-like quality. If none of you know what gourmand means, gourmand in terms of fragrance usually means something that is very sweet or foodie kind of smelling. And because this has vanilla, tonka and almond in it, it is giving it that something that you may want to eat. It's kind of like candy. Is that surprising? I don't think that's surprising to anyone really, but that's kind of what it smells like. So yeah, they are really running the show straight away. You've got this pink, gourmand, sugary kind of feel to it. I would say the overall tone or the overall character of this is dusky. And what I mean by dusky, it's kind of a little bit fuzzy on the nose. It's a little bit effervescent. That's my favourite word to use when I describe a fragrance that's a little bit fizzy when you smell it. And that's coming from the damask rose. Damask rose is is a more dusky smelling rose, where Rose de Mai is the more jammy and pungent one. So although this fragrance never actually is rosy as such, the roses are lending their character to what the tone smells like. So it feels like a very soft and, like I said, dusky pink fragrance with lots of sweetness underneath and a touch of something a little bit foodie. It's a very soft smelling fragrance. I don't mean in terms of how strong it is, I mean the smell overall is something very soft and playful. It's a bit flirty, and although it's very soft and playful and flirty, it has got a bit of oomph to it. So there is a bit of weight in there. It's not an ethereal kind of perfume or wispy in any way. It's got quite a solid core in it. So that's where I guess the quality comes in. So it's going to last. People are going to smell it on you. When the person that actually very kindly got me the sample, when she walked over, she had sprayed it on a card yesterday, which was placed inside here. The card was inside, and I smelled it as she walked over. So there is some punch to this fragrance. I'm going to say that, and it's quite powerful. You know, it's Dior. So at the end of the day, you know you're going to basically get something that's quality. I know that's not true of every fragrance they sell, but there is a quality to it that it's strong, it's powerful, it's gonna last. Think of La Vie est Belle, think of Fantasy by Britney Spears, think of a lot of other pink fragrances that are fruity, floral, and you'll almost be there if you can try and conjure it up in your mind. It's not surprising in any way, which is what's, I guess, disappointing. But yeah, I'll get onto that in maybe a little bit. I'm not going to talk about that right now. So in terms of the dry down, it stays the way it's going to smell for a really long time. It stays fairly linear. It doesn't change. It doesn't morph into anything spectacular. It doesn't reveal any hidden notes or any characteristics that I think are worth noting. When it starts to dry and this almond vanilla wash comes over it with this dusky pinkness, that's pretty much how it stays for the next 5 or 6 hours on my skin. So if you like it at first spritz, you're probably going to like it at the end. So you can probably buy it immediately right then and there if you like it. I would say it's not going to shock you when you walk out of the shop and you get home and think, what am I wearing? So it's quite safe, I would say. It's quite it would be a crowd pleaser if you're into your sweet scents. I do feel sometimes like it tries to be a floral fruity, even though it hasn't got any fruits in there. I think what that is it's coming from this Rose de Mai, or even maybe the damask rose. Roses can be jammy sometimes. They can be kind of fruity, jammy kind of smelling, and it feels like it's almost trying to be fruity, but it isn't. It's kind of an illusion, I guess, in that way. It's nice. It feels a little bit creamy sometimes because of this almond vanilla stuff. It's like it's got a creamy smoothness in there with this duskiness around it, and that's basically all I can give you about the way it smells. Is it groundbreaking? No. Did I expect it to be? No. Did Dior make something that's going to sell like hotcakes? Probably yes. I think it's a very good move. Does it fit into the Poison line? No. Each Poison has had its own very unique characteristic, and Dior aren't really known for making their kind of sweet candy smells. I feel like they've kind of jumped on the bandwagon, but you know, who am I to say anything? It's not my brand. They can do whatever frig they like. Just keep this PG-13. There's nothing poisonous about this perfume at all. It smells like an amalgamation of 100 other pink, fruity, flowery perfumes that I've smelled before, so it's just not surprising, unfortunately. But I'll never stand there and completely bash the fragrance unless it's terrible. I just think this is a smart move by Dior. Am I disappointed though that Midnight Poison's gone? Yes. Bring Midnight Poison back. Let's make a campaign. Oh. So that's pretty much all I can say. Just to sum it up, flirty, sweet, dusky, not rosy, smells a little bit fruity. If I had to pin it down anything, I'd say it's probably in the realm of strawberry cherry, but loosely based on strawberry cherry. It's not like it's a huge fruity fragrance. And yeah, it lasted probably about 8 hours on me, and when it was really, really dry, I'm talking hours and hours and hours later, it still hadn't changed too much. It was still very easygoing, casual, and just really girly and fun. And that's it, really. Fluffy pinkness from Dior. And much more below, click my logo to subscribe, and I'll see you guys soon for another review. Goodbye.